World War III is probably one of the better FPS shooters I have played in a very long time. That being said, it also has had a very rough launch into the Steam Early Access program, leaving many with sour tastes in their mouth, as well as with many negative and long-lasting first impressions. In today's gaming world, there are so many games to go to when something fails at launch that oftentimes these games get left in the dust. But when you have a group of developers like the Farm 51 who not only apologize for their horrendous launch day, but that do everything in their power to make it up to the consumers, staying up late every night to get their players in their project, you have the start of a game that can come back from these negative, long-lasting first impressions. When I went into my first match, all I could think about was, did I just waste my money? Is this worth supporting anymore? And honestly, I was very skeptical at first. While the game was somewhat fun, it just felt like something was missing. That something was the players. It was very empty. Many players still could not connect due to all the issues. But as soon as I found that first firefight, as soon as I tasted the blood coming off my enemy, and started to really dive into the gameplay that they had in place here, my eyes opened up to this vision that these developers had. I noticed the maps had been made to a scale with real life. There were no shrinking distances or buildings to make gameplay faster. It was one-to-one with the real world. The gunplay was satisfying, being more about holding angles and taking a slow approach to a situation, rather than being Rambo and running full speed around the map like in Call of Duty. But it kept a higher time to kill that we expect from a game like Battlefield. And oh man, does it feel so good and so right. Now this was my first match. Later, I took a look at the unlocks and the customization. Nothing, and I mean nothing, was held back here. You could have a gun with 2 sights, a gun with 3 lasers, a gun with 2 lasers, a flashlight, a sniper scope. You could have a gun with different types of stocks, barrels, muzzle brakes, camos. Even an emblem from Level Cap himself. Oh, and it doesn't stop there. You want to customize your tanks? You customize them tanks. You want to customize your soldier? You customize them soldier. And there's many more things you can customize within this unlock system. So you see, despite the bad launch, this game is on its way to being something much bigger than I think we have ever really seen done in an FPS. And I'm only scratching the surface of what this game is capable of, with love from a dedicated community and active developers crafting it. Especially since now most of us are able to connect to the game. Let's talk about Warsaw, a map so grand, so inspirational to anyone that dare enters it. They will instantly fall in love with the layout of it. Like, it's an insanely good map, guys. On this map, the first thing I thought about was the feeling I had back when I played one of Battlefield 3's story missions as Blackburn up on that rooftop. Remembering that sense of scale that the area around you had, the amount of presence you had there on that battlefield, that day when your buddy was sniped in the shoulder right before your very eyes. all leading up to eliminating the threat once and for all with that AT rocket. When I was traversing Warsaw, I got those very, very same feelings, which many shooters nowadays don't really seem to give me. A sense of tension and fear as you walk around the inside of that mall, going objective to objective, surviving your way through thick and thin, with all the team play elements they also have in place. And then that one moment comes where you find an opening and see the light hit your eyes for the first time, realizing that you were only in a small portion of the map. And that there's many more huge buildings and structures all around you, all one-to-one again with the real world. It's a sight to behold, it really is. If you are a gamer who likes Arma and Battlefield, then I present to you their child, World War III. Now, let's talk about some concerns for anyone who does want to get this game, but is very skeptical of it. Although the connectivity has been better for most people, there are still those few out there that cannot connect to the game at all. So if you are thinking of trying it, be aware that you may encounter this, and you may have to be patient with the devs for the fix to come. This is not no AAA game studio, this is an indie developer. It's a small, passionate team trying to give you the best experience possible and deliver on what World War III is supposed to be. And also remember that this is early access. This game is going to take time to develop. A lot of the animations are still unfinished and choppy in some situations. And because of this, it's going to take time to become that finished product. But if you are someone who is going to support it, join its community, give feedback, give opinions, and just buckle up and enjoy the ride. Because I got a feeling this game is going places. It's going to take time to do that, but it is going to go places.